Yo, yo, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many week shows you slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you. Yo, son, it's been 3 years, man. It's been 3 years since the man has been on this joint. And I messed up big time, man. I messed up big time. I really did, man. Because it's crazy out here now. It really is crazy out here now. I'm trying to represent the men, the real men, the way you're supposed to be as a man. Because this nonsense that's out here now, the vitriol that these cats have with women, like some old clown stuff, man. It don't even make any sense, yo. The stuff that these dudes are on now, yo, it's not even acceptable at all. So what I did is I came up with my own little movement. My own little movement is dedicated to my mom, primarily my mom, but it also incorporates my uncle because my uncle is the one who took me from a boy. I can't remember the joint, the little lyric, man. Took me from a boy because I didn't have a father because my biological didn't bother. Even though my father he was around, he didn't do as much, but my uncle stepped up and really kind of raised me to be a man. But the first person who raised me, who instilled all of that, was my mom. And so my movement is now called M.O.M, Movement of Men. That's what you see right here. Right here. The way this M looks, it looks like an E, but it's set up to be E because my mother's first name was E. You know what I mean? And then the little dot right here is where we're trying to start from when you just that little small little womb rider, little child, man, because we got to start from the beginning here, you know? So you go from here, or you go from here, then you go from here to adolescent, then you go to becoming a man. So that's what this is right here. M.O.M, Movement of Men. I gotta come with some realness because I don't know what kind of nonsense that these cats are talking about, how they refer to themselves as being men. They claim that they're men, saying all this nonsense. Men don't do what these cats are doing. I'm gonna tell you that you tune into my channel, it's gonna be slow, it's gonna be boring, because you have to put certain steps in place in order for you to become what I say is a man. A man has to take on responsibility. They have to be accountable. So there's a whole bunch of different little things in between that you have to set yourself up in order to become that man I'm talking about. And it's not going to be easy. It's not this flashy, all this extra motivational stuff, screaming at the camera, talk about you got a whole lot of money, talking about that you have a whole bunch of women, talking about that, you know, you can fight when most of y'all cats can't fight, but you know that you can fight, that you're doing all this dominant wannabe so-called alpha male stuff. Men that are men don't do all of this alpha male nonsense. They don't do all that stuff. But you need to start from the beginning of trying to create your character, work on your character, work on your morals and your values, and stop getting sucked into what you think is supposed to be this type of style of men that you're supposed to be. Regular men can interact with women. They don't have to do all of the crazy stuff of catcalling and, you know, running up to them and grabbing them and showing their cars in front of them and interrupting them in the gym, calling them a B, calling them an H because you're not responding or they don't want to give you the phone number. Men don't do that, man. And the problem that you have now is it's a generation of these men who are lonely, who don't know what they're supposed to do, who are online learning lessons from these other clowns that are telling them of what men are supposed to do and how men are supposed to act. They're all getting sucked into all of this stuff, and they have no direction whatsoever. No direction whatsoever. So what I'm saying is, again, here on this channel, what I'm going to be speaking about is going to be like a slow burn, because you have to be disciplined. It's about self-control. All these things make you a man. You have to be disciplined. You have to have self-control. You have to commit. You have to be responsible. You have to take care of the things that you need to take care of in your life, whether it's bills or whether it's your relationships that you have, whether it's your kids that you have. All those things you have to do. You can't duck and hide none of that stuff. None of that stuff you can duck and hide. So like I said, it's a slow burn. It's a slow roll if you want to actually become a man. And even for the kids, the young men, you got to take care of your hygiene. You got to take care of your chores around the house. You have to take care of understanding your respect level to your parents or your parent, or if you don't have a parent, your grandparents, or whatever it is. You got to understand that there is a respect level, there's mannerisms, there's things that you got to learn about with your teachers. None of this nonsense about, well, hey, I don't agree with folks or whatever, man, I'm just going to challenge everybody. Come on, man. There's a reason for why there's authority out here in different things. And all of that stuff has kind of been obliterated because everybody wants to challenge everybody. Everybody has a conspiracy theory about whatever is going on. None of these folks know how to act. So these young boys, these young kids, they're learning from these old knuckleheads who are on TV, these celebrities that are people that are around their community. They're learning from these knuckleheads that they think that's what a man's supposed to be. They truly believe that that's what a man's supposed to be. And I'm here to tell you, nah, B, nah, not where I come from. Not how I was raised. You're not going to hear me curse and do all of this crazy stuff. I don't have to do none of that stuff. When you're secure and you're confident, you know who you are, you put yourself at a different level from all these other people. You don't have to try to convince anybody of anything. It's in your walk. You command the respect. When you're around people, understand, they know that you're different. They know you're not the same. Even those men that claim that they're men, alphas or whatever, when they come around real men set them down. They change all of that. They change all that energy. That energy gets real different when you come around folks who don't fall in line with that stuff. So, like I said, I'm sorry, man. I should have been here for the YouTubers, the YouTubes. I don't even care that nobody taps in, that I don't have crazy views or anything. None of that stuff matters right now. It's critical because I need to try to get these messages out, and I need to be able to try to create, to install a new generation of what men used to be, man. Mad respectful. They didn't treat the women like they treat the women now. It's like, I don't understand all the vitriol, all the anger and stuff like that. That to me just means that you just weren't a nourished man. You didn't get no nourishment. And so now you're taking it out on these women, and these women they're getting themselves together. You sitting up here being a slouch, and then you being mad, and then you want to be aggressive towards them. You want to do all these crazy things towards them. The most beautiful species on this earth. You want to be like that? And I'm not even simping as far as whatever, but I had a mom. My mom's not here no more. Got aunts, got cousins, females in my life, man. And I never, ever looked at trying to be disrespectful, be angry towards them. Because why? Because I'm a little bit stronger than they are. I know my power. I don't have to do that stuff. Plus, not to mention, and I'm not even saying, because women are like mad strong and mad powerful. I'm not even saying that they're not strong and they don't have the ability to sit some of the men down. But my point is, there's a certain type of level that you have to give to these are the bearers of your children. These are the queens of the earth, of the communities. They're the ones who facilitate all that life is. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So I can't understand the vitriol. I can't understand all of this anger. And like I said, it's just coming from a bunch of punk men. That's what they are, punk men. Really, when it's all said and done. But like I said, I'm not even gonna get it. I'll talk about those different types of things in my videos, but I just wanted to come back. I wanted to let y'all know, movement of men. It's the new joint right here, man. That's the new joint that I'm trying to be able to teach and give some type of different perspective. Hope that folks can tune in. Hope that folks can implement. I'm a father, so I'm not telling you this stuff just as someone who has no type of experience of what it takes to raise a man. I'm telling you from experience. And I've learned a lot of lessons in my life. And I think that there's a lost art of what is occurring with our men. And I'm not going to be this guy who's going to come in and talk about women and what women aren't doing. No, I'm talking to the men. I'm talking to the men. The men need to get themselves together. You get yourself together, and then you can have all the stuff that you want in your life. You get these young boys together, they can have anything they want in their life. You won't have all these issues as it relates to what you feel that you can't get certain women or nobody's respecting you or whatever. You won't have that problem. You got to take care of yourself. It comes from you. You are the person that needs to get in order. You need to get yourself aligned with your character, get your character aligned with what's the right thing to do, the right way to be, the right personality to have, the confidence you need to have. That's the part that's missing. So that's why I'm going to try my best to speak about these issues and try to tighten up men and hopefully be able to create a different type of movement and make change in this world, because it needs to be a lot more positive than it is right now. Right now it's chaos. It only seems like it's going to get worse. But I got hope, because there's folks like myself, there's folks like my son, there's other people that have been taught throughout that you still have to keep morals and values in place. You need to have a belief system. You need to truly understand your worth. And once you can understand all these different types of things that are needed in your life, then you move a different way. Then you won't get influenced by all this other stuff that's out there. Because really, essentially, the problem is that you just don't know you. You don't know who you are. So any and everything could come in and influence your ideology. And then you're out here doing all of this crazy stuff that's out here right now. So I'm back. I'm going to try to put in videos when I can try to put in videos. We're going to try to start. I need to get the little young men, the little young boys in elementary school to understand, some of these parents are a bunch of bums, but I need to get some of these young boys to understand that you got to take care of yourself, your hygiene. You got to try to get your parents together. Love yourself. Get some type of other activities going on in your life so that you don't sit here and be scrolling all over your phone and doing all that other stuff. So anyway, I'm going to catch y'all on the next note. I used to say some stuff like towards the end and all that, and saying a bunch of yo smile and all that. I got to come up with all this stuff. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. But I'm gonna catch y'all on the next note, man. Y'all be safe. Peace out.